How's it going, guys? Thank you for joining me, and thank you for coming back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on the video, and thank you for being amazing. I am the Cosmic Turtle, and today in my comic talk video I will be showing you the complete Ultimate Fantastic Four comic series. So this is the shortest of all the Ultimate series that I have. So Ultimate Fantastic Four, to its core issue number, is 60 issues. It's got a couple of annuals and like specials, which I'll also be showing you. So there's about 66 or 68, something like that, 64 comics. So because this will be the longest and largest amount of comics I will be showing up to date, like there will be bigger ones later, I'm not going to do much talking. I'm just going to show you the actual comics. Because one thing that the Ultimate series for all of them did, for the most part, as far as I'm aware, they didn't actually introduce any characters. It was all about like the reboot of the franchise, bring the characters to a younger generation, you know. So with that in mind, it's mainly the story which is interesting, you know, like that's the main bit that's supposed to grip you. So I don't really need to go into detail so much with them. But as you can tell, like as you could expect, with this being the shortest of all of them, because Amazing Spider-Man is like 130 issues. Ultimate Spider-Man, my apologies. And Ultimate X-Men, I think, is somewhere near the 100 mark. So I can only imagine that this one isn't the worst. It was just the least successful. For whatever reason, maybe just the current generation didn't grip with the Fantastic Four as much as X-Men or Spider-Man. So that is the first 10 issues. I'll be showing you, I believe, for the most part in clumps of 10. So issue 11 with the Human Torch, who is actually my favourite member of the Fantastic Four. I don't know what it is about him. It's just something. Oh, here he is. Dr. Doom finally gets his cover. Such an amazing Marvel villain, it has to be said. I do know one interesting thing. Well, probably no more than one, just off the top of my head, about the Fantastic Four, which probably a lot of you know if you're watching this video. But you know, for the few who don't, the Fantastic Four was originally created out of, I guess, Stan Lee's frustration with Marvel Comics, because the editor at the time basically treated all of the readers as idiots, saying like either that they were just like really young, they were kids, or they just like they couldn't read big words essentially. So like it was made so every Marvel comic would have small, easy to read words, and they're just simple concepts, I guess. But Stan Lee didn't like this. He wanted to write great stories, you know, and he had the potential, which he clearly shows later. What is that? Has Dr. Doom got like a weird glass in his eye in this? So Stan Lee decides to go against his editor by because of his wife, who told him to write the comic that he wants, and if he gets fired it doesn't matter because he wanted to quit anyway. So he thought what his wife said was a brilliant idea, and he decided to create the Fantastic Four. And obviously Reed Richards goes against what his editor said, because Reed speaks some ridiculously long words which are very hard to read at times. And it turns out that the Fantastic Four was a massive hit, rekindled Magneto, the other amazing Marvel villain, like my top two, rekindled like his love of writing comics because he finally got to do them the way that he wanted. So yeah, that is how the Fantastic Four came about, because Stanley's wife told him to do the comic he wanted, and if he gets fired, it doesn't matter. Which I think is crazy, but it is like they say, behind every great man is a great woman, or a greater woman. Issue 5, we have the Submariner. Well, it looks like we have some sort of a love affair going on here, doesn't it? Reed won't be happy. Oh, better yet, Johnny won't be very happy. Oh, there he is, look at him. 4. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Ultimate art style. Like, for the most part, the Ultimate series made people skinnier and longer. Which, that's not me saying people should be skinny and long, because for the most part I think people who are too skinny and too tall look stretched. No offence to you if you're like 6'4" and very skinny, but that's just how it is to me. People who are too tall and skinny, like most basketball players. I love basketball, but you know, basketball players look like humans who have been stretched, and they look quite silly at times. But it just works. Human Torch looks like he's in pain, doesn't he? Like, if you notice with Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, he looks quite spiderish because he got the long, skinny limbs. Like, for Spider-Man, obviously it works. Spider-Man should look a bit more spidery than other characters. So issue 33 here. So this is actually a series that I started collecting years ago. I didn't get very far because the comic shop that I bought most of my comics at the time was the comic shop in Swansea, which is in Wales. But they don't stock too many like older comics. They do more new, because the I suppose the audience that they have there just don't want to be spending tons of money on comics. So all the Ultimate Fantastic Four and Ultimate Spider-Man and X-Men comics I could buy were, for the most part, only 50p. But I was so limited with which ones I could buy. Like, if they didn't have it there, I couldn't order it in or anything, you know? But these actually are not my original Ultimate Fantastic Four comics. These are ones that I bought off eBay about a year and a half ago. I bought the entire collection in one fell swoop. I can't remember how much I paid for them. I think it was something like the seller wanted like £80 or £70 or something, and I offered them like 50 or 60, something like that, and they accepted. So I'm fairly certain I got a fantastic. Oh my god, look how creepy he looks there. That is terrifying. Looks like a fucking lizard. Oh my wow. Silver Surfer, fantastic character when they use him in the Fantastic Four. Obviously he'd be a fantastic character in his own comic series. I've just not read the Silver Surfer. He's a cool looking character though. And let's be fair, he was the best part of the second Fantastic Four movie. Oh, look at him just chilling in space there on his surfboard. I don't think my favourite Fantastic Four villain other than Doctor Doom has come up yet. Which my second favourite is Annihilus. And sadly Annihilus has not been the subject of any Fantastic Four movie. Neither has anyone other than bloody Doctor Doom either. Well, kind of Silver Surfer. I hope now, when they decide to make another Fantastic Four movie, since all of them are going dreadful, I don't know if you've noticed, but the covers appear to be getting a lot more dark now as we reach the final 10 issues. Damn, Reed aged. Look at him with his glasses on and shit. He looks a lot older than he did at the start. Thanos by the looks of it. So the Ultimate Fantastic Four series does go to some really cool places by the looks of it. And they get to fight with some really fantastic villains. We got 53 by here. Human Torch looking badass as ever. Absolutely fantastic art style for this though. Amazing drawing, amazing colouring. You know, it just all blends so well together. And then you have Reed and his weird hand. To be fair though, can't be the easiest thing to draw. Well, I'll be. So here's the next issue. And if you look, the issues actually link up. So we got Reed by here, his hand connecting there. Then we come by here, and they link up like that. So we've even got the fire behind them. And then links up by here as well. So that is really cool. Really cool. And for the last one, so the last 3 issues are Ultimum, and there it look kind of like the Invisible Woman is dying. Which, oh, that's never good. Issue 59. Thankfully she didn't. Issue 60, there she is, Invisible Woman, so all is well. The final issue of the Fantastic Four, Ultimate Fantastic Four I should say. And we also then have, okay, these aren't Fantastic Four. There are, what is this? Yeah, Annual, issue 1. There is Annual. Oh, so there's only, my bad, I'm an idiot. There's the second annual with the Mole Man. And then there is also a Ultimate X-Men crossover with the Fantastic Four, Ultimate X4. Which I suppose in theory I should have to show this again when I do the Ultimate X-Men comics. And you know, obviously Wolverine's got to be front and centre of both of them because, you know, you just can't do it without Wolverine. And then there is also the March on Ultimum X-Men and Fantastic Four annuals. So that one is the X-Men one because X-Men's first and Fantastic Four. And then there is a second first issue annual with Fantastic Four first and then X-Men. So it's a double part. So yeah, that is it. That is all of the Ultimate Fantastic Four comics, the whole series, both annuals and the crossovers with Ultimate Fantastic Four. Sadly, it doesn't cross over with Ultimate Spider-Man, which I think is a bit of a wasted opportunity since it crosses over. Ultimate X-Men crosses over with Ultimate Spider-Man. Like there's a few issues where Wolverine is in it, where Kitty Pryde is in it. There's a few issues with Johnny Storm in it. So maybe Spider-Man is in it, they just don't showcase him on the cover to make it obvious, you know. But that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe to the channel for all of my recent content, all my new videos as they come out, comic and gameplay. And check me out on Pantheon, I think it's called. I'm still learning the name. I recently created it, so consider what's it called? Helping me out, funding the channel. And I will catch you in the next video. Please take care and have a great day. Goodbye.